Have you ever felt that visiting someone didn't go the way you hoped? Maybe they seemed tired, or the visit felt awkward, leaving you wondering if you overstayed or weren't really wanted. It's a situation many people face, especially as we grow older. Buddhism teaches us to value our time, energy, and relationships. Visiting too often, even with good intentions, can sometimes create discomfort for others or even for ourselves. It's not about being unwelcome, it's about understanding balance. When we visit mindfully, we create more meaningful connections where every meeting is valued and appreciated. Here's the good news. By following Buddhist wisdom, you can learn how to make your presence more meaningful and create stronger, happier bonds with others. Imagine being someone others genuinely look forward to seeing because your visits are thoughtful and respectful of everyone's space and energy. In this video, we'll explore why Buddhism advises older people to visit less often and how this practice can bring peace, respect, and balance to your life. We'll share simple and practical tips to help you connect with others in a way that strengthens your relationships without feeling overwhelming. Make sure to watch till the end, because every point will give you a clearer understanding of this teaching and how it can change your life for the better. These simple ideas can help you live with more peace and purpose every day. If you find this video helpful, please like it to support our work, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos filled with wisdom and inspiration. Also, I'd love your feedback. If you enjoyed this content, comment with the number 1. If you think there's room for improvement, comment with the number 0. Your feedback helps us grow and serve you better. Let's get started and uncover the simple yet powerful reasons behind this Buddhist teaching and how it can bring more peace and harmony to your life. 1. Respecting others' space and energy. Buddhism teaches us to be mindful in everything we do, including how we connect with others. Visiting someone's home might seem like a simple act of kindness, but it's important to consider the impact it may have on their space and energy. Many people today are busy juggling work, family, and personal time. If visits happen too often or at the wrong time, they can feel like an interruption rather than a moment of connection. Imagine this. You've had a long, tiring day, and someone shows up unannounced. Even if you love that person, you might feel stressed trying to entertain them when all you want is some rest. This is why Buddhism advises us to approach visiting with mindfulness. It's not about being unwelcome. It's about understanding and respecting other people's boundaries. Frequent visits, even with good intentions, can sometimes make people feel obligated. They might not want to hurt your feelings, so they go along with it. But deep down, it could be a source of stress. Buddhism encourages us to act with compassion and awareness, which means considering how our actions affect others. When you visit less often and at the right times, your presence becomes more special. People start to look forward to your visits rather than feeling overwhelmed. It's a little like waiting for a treat. You enjoy it more because it doesn't happen every day. This approach makes your relationships stronger because you're showing respect for their time and space. Here's how you can practice this in a simple way. Before visiting someone, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this a good time? Will they be happy to see me, or could my visit add to their stress? If you're unsure, make a quick phone call to check. A simple, "Are you free? I'd love to come by if it's a good time," can go a long way in showing mindfulness and care. Another important aspect is being mindful of how long you stay. Sometimes we get so comfortable that we don't notice when it's time to leave. Overstaying can make others feel tired, even if they don't say so. Think of your visit like sharing a bright light. You want to leave while the light is still warm and positive, not when it starts to dim. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that respecting others' energy is a form of compassion. When you approach visiting with this mindset, you not only preserve your relationships, but also create moments of true connection. Every visit becomes meaningful, leaving a lasting impression of joy and respect. By practicing these simple habits, you'll notice a change in how people respond to you. Your presence will feel like a gift, something they genuinely look forward to. And isn't that the kind of connection we all want? Mindful visiting strengthens bonds, fosters understanding, and brings peace to both you and the people you care about. 2. Preserving your own energy. As we grow older, one of the most important lessons we can learn is how to protect and preserve our energy. Buddhism teaches us that our energy is a precious resource, one that must be managed carefully to maintain balance and inner peace. Constantly visiting others or being overly social can drain this energy, leaving you feeling tired and overwhelmed. This is why Buddhism emphasizes the importance of living with mindfulness and moderation. Imagine you've spent a full day traveling from one relative's home to another, trying to check in with everyone you care about. While your intentions are good, by the end of the day, you're completely exhausted. Your body aches, your mind feels clouded, and instead of feeling connected, you feel drained. This kind of constant activity takes a toll, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. Buddhism reminds us to live in balance, recognizing when to give and when to rest. Preserving your energy doesn't mean being selfish or cutting off relationships. It means caring for yourself so you can show up fully when it matters most. Think of your energy as a battery. If you keep running without recharging, you'll eventually burn out. Taking time to rest and care for yourself ensures that you can continue to engage with others in a meaningful way. As we grow older, our physical and emotional energy naturally becomes more limited. Simple tasks that were once effortless may now require more effort. By overcommitting to social visits or trying to be everywhere at once, you risk wearing yourself out. When you conserve your energy, you allow your body to heal, your mind to stay calm, and your spirit to remain joyful. Think of a tree that has weathered many seasons. It doesn't spread its branches unnecessarily. It grows where it can thrive and focuses its energy on the strongest parts. In the same way, we must learn to focus our energy on what truly matters, whether it's nurturing meaningful relationships, enjoying peaceful moments alone, or pursuing activities that bring us joy. Buddhism teaches us that balance is key to a harmonious life. The Buddha often spoke about the middle way, which is the path between extremes. In the context of social interactions, this means avoiding the extremes of isolating yourself completely or exhausting yourself with too many visits. Instead, find a rhythm that works for you, one that honors both your need for connection and your need for rest. Preserving your energy also aligns with the Buddhist practice of mindfulness. When you're mindful of your own needs, you can make decisions that support your well-being. This might mean saying no to a visit when you're feeling tired or choosing to connect with others in less physically demanding ways, like a phone call or video chat. Instead of visiting multiple people in one day, space out your visits so you have time to recover in between. This not only preserves your energy, but also ensures that each visit is more meaningful. Focus on fewer, more meaningful interactions rather than trying to see everyone all the time. When you spend quality time with someone, the connection feels deeper and more rewarding. It's okay to set limits on how often you visit or how long you stay. Let people know that while you value their company, you also need time to recharge. True friends and family will understand and respect this. Make sure you're dedicating time to activities that replenish your energy. This could be something as simple as sitting quietly with a cup of tea, meditating, or enjoying a walk in nature. Pay attention to how your body feels. If a visit requires a lot of travel or effort, ask yourself if it's worth the strain. It's okay to prioritize your well-being and find alternative ways to connect. When you take care of your energy, you'll notice a positive shift in your life. You'll feel more present and engaged during your visits, which makes the time spent with loved ones more enjoyable for everyone. Instead of feeling like you're pushing yourself to keep up, you'll approach each interaction with calmness and intention. Preserving your energy also helps you maintain a sense of balance. When you're not constantly on the go, you have more time to focus on what truly matters, whether that's deepening your spiritual practice, enjoying hobbies, or simply resting. This sense of balance brings peace to your mind and body, allowing you to live with greater clarity and purpose. Taking care of yourself isn't just good for you, it's good for the people around you. When you visit others with a calm, positive energy, they feel it too. Your presence becomes uplifting rather than tiring, and your visits leave a lasting impression of love and care. In Buddhism, self-care is seen as an act of compassion. By preserving your own energy, you're ensuring that you can show up for others in the best possible way. This doesn't mean you have to isolate yourself or stop visiting altogether. It simply means being mindful of how much you give and ensuring you're not depleting yourself in the process. By learning to preserve your energy, you create a life that is more balanced, peaceful, and joyful. You'll find that when you prioritize your well-being, every visit becomes more meaningful, and your relationships grow stronger. This simple yet powerful practice is a gift to yourself and to the people you care about. 3. Strengthening the value of your presence. Buddhism teaches us that less is often more, and this applies beautifully to how often we visit others. Frequent visits, even with the best intentions, can sometimes lead to familiarity that lessens the value of your presence. When you visit less often, but with more intention, your presence becomes something people cherish and look forward to, rather than something they take for granted. Think of someone you admire, a close friend or family member who visits you occasionally. Each time they come, it feels special, doesn't it? Their visit is an event you anticipate and appreciate because it doesn't happen every day. Now, compare that to someone who visits so frequently that it becomes routine. Over time, the excitement fades, and the visits may feel less meaningful. This is why Buddhism encourages us to be intentional with our interactions, including visits. When you visit less often, you give people the chance to miss you. Absence truly does make the heart grow fonder. It's not about being distant or unavailable. It's about making sure your presence feels meaningful. People will come to value your time and company because it's not something they experience constantly. This approach strengthens relationships, creating a deeper sense of appreciation on both sides. Buddhist wisdom reminds us to live with purpose and mindfulness. This means bringing intention to every action, including visiting others. Instead of visiting simply for the sake of it, think about what you can bring to the interaction. Maybe it's a small gift, an interesting story, or your undivided attention. These little touches can make a simple visit feel extraordinary and heartfelt. Quality over quantity is the key. A short, meaningful visit often leaves a stronger impression than a long, aimless one. Imagine spending an hour with someone where you're fully present, listening to them and sharing genuine moments. That hour can be more impactful than an entire afternoon where the focus is scattered or the conversation feels forced. Before you visit someone, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what can I bring to this visit? How can I make it meaningful for both of us? By approaching visits with this mindset, you naturally make them more valuable and memorable. Being intentional with your visits also shows respect for others. It acknowledges that their time and space are precious, just like yours. When you visit sparingly and thoughtfully, it communicates that you value their company and don't want to intrude unnecessarily. This mindful approach doesn't mean avoiding people or being distant. It's about balancing connection with space. By doing so, you create a rhythm in your relationships where every interaction feels special. The joy of reconnecting grows, and the bonds you share become stronger. Buddhism teaches us that true connection is built on mutual respect and care. By visiting less often but with more thoughtfulness, you elevate the value of your presence. Each visit becomes an opportunity to strengthen relationships and create lasting memories. This practice not only deepens your connections, but also leaves a positive and lasting impression on those you care about. 4. Encouraging self-reliance in others. Buddhism teaches that true compassion involves helping others grow and thrive, not fostering dependence. When we visit people too often or involve ourselves in their lives excessively, even with the best intentions, we might unintentionally hinder their ability to become self-reliant. Instead of empowering them, frequent visits can create a sense of dependence, where they rely on your presence or assistance more than they need to. Imagine you visit a younger relative daily to help with household tasks, such as cooking or running errands. While your support is valuable, it might unintentionally stop them from learning to handle these responsibilities on their own. Over time, they might come to expect your help and even feel helpless without it. This is not because they lack ability, but because they haven't had the chance to build their confidence and independence. Buddhism encourages us to support others in a way that uplifts them and helps them stand on their own feet. This doesn't mean withdrawing your care or cutting off support. It means finding a balance between helping and giving them the space to grow. True compassion is about empowering others to discover their own strength. When you visit less often, you give people the opportunity to manage their own lives. This doesn't mean you love or care for them any less. It means you trust them to handle their responsibilities. It's an act of respect and faith in their abilities. Over time, they'll develop the skills and confidence to face challenges on their own. And when they do, your bond with them becomes even stronger, built on mutual respect rather than reliance. Buddhism teaches us that growth often comes from struggle. When we face challenges, we learn, adapt, and grow stronger. By stepping back and allowing others to handle their own situations, we give them the chance to experience this growth. This is not an act of neglect, but one of deep compassion. It's saying, I believe in you, and I know you can handle this. There are ways to stay supportive without being overly present. For example, you can offer advice or guidance when asked, provide occasional help when truly needed, or simply check in with a phone call to show that you care. These actions show love and support while still giving the other person room to grow and thrive independently. Encouraging self-reliance doesn't just benefit the person you're supporting, it benefits you as well. By visiting less frequently and trusting others to manage their lives, you conserve your own energy and focus on your own growth and well-being. This creates a healthier, more balanced relationship where both sides thrive. Think of a young tree growing in a windy area. If you shield it completely from the wind, it won't develop strong roots. But if you give it support while allowing it to face the elements, it grows sturdy and resilient. People are much the same. They need a mix of support and independence to grow into their full potential. By visiting less often and allowing others to stand on their own, you give them the gift of self-reliance. You show them that they are capable and strong, which builds their confidence and independence. At the same time, you deepen your relationship, showing that your love and care go beyond physical presence. This mindful approach creates healthier, more meaningful connections while helping everyone grow and thrive. Which teaching resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts or a motivational affirmation in the comments like, "I choose balance and mindfulness in my life." If you found this helpful, please like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss inspiring content. Thank you for being here. Let's grow together in peace and mindfulness. See you next time.